It's never been so easy to get twice the shine in half the time with our new Foam Cannon kit. This connects directly to a pressure washer, and it comes with all these adapters to connect to most makes and models of any pressure washer on the market. The Foam Cannon is the star of the show with our new Foam Cannon bucket kit that's available online or through our distributors now. So this kit's a great way to trial all our external washing products. It comes in this bucket. Included in there is a Foam Cannon with all the available adapters to suit most pressure washers, then a litre of Purple Power, RG Degreaser and Pro Shine Tyre Shine, and then a 250ml of Final Reflection and a packet of microfibre towels. So first step is grab your Foam Cannon and connect whatever adapter you need. This comes automatically with a 1/4 inch quick connect. For this I'm going to be using the Nilfisk quick connect. So to do that, just twist that off and connect that one straight on with some thread tape. So before we hit it with the Purple Power, we're just going to hit it with some RG Degreaser on the wheels and wheel arches and across the front if we've got bugs on the front of the car. This product's safe on 2-pack paint and basically any other surface, just not polished metal. So if you're using this product with a pressure washer, you just spray on and pressure wash off. If you're using it with the soapy cannon, with a normal garden hose, you might need to give it a bit of a light scrub. Main thing is, don't let the product dry, just put it on and get it off without letting it dry. I'm just using a pressure washer here with a short gun on it to make it nice and easy. Going to pressure wash that straight off again. It's only been on there for about 30 seconds, that's all it really needs. So we're going to, first step is to use Purple Power, 250ml and then 750ml of water to fill it up to 1 litre. So 3 parts water to 1 part Purple Power. That's enough product in a 1 litre bottle to do 8 cars or 4 prime movers. So now we've mixed up the Purple Power, ready to go, 3:1 with water product. You'll notice it's separated still here. We need to actually give that a bit of a shake up just to mix it all up nicely, like this. The next thing you want to do is make sure on the top here you've got the adjustment. You always want as much foam as you can, so just turn it right to the plus, turn as much as you can round to there and just leave it set on that. So this is connecting to the pressure washer. This is a shorty lance, so I'm just going to connect it on like this. Got the foam turned up nice and high. You have got an adjustment on here to direct the foam to a point or a spread, which I'll show you here, and then just foam it on. So I can adjust it now to a point or to a spread. So you can see here, putting it on with a pressure washer gives a lot more power and aerates the product a lot more and gives you the consistency of shaving cream. So the product's now being on for a couple of minutes. You can leave it on, it's not going to hurt the surface leaving it on, but basically the idea is as soon as you start seeing the car again or the paintwork, you can just start taking it off again. It's done its job and it's ready to come off again. I do it from bottom to top just so you can see where you've done. So I've just got a short jet on the end of my pressure washer, just make it nice and easy. Once you've done that, just rinse down. Okay, so a question we get asked a lot is what's the difference between a foam cannon that connects to a pressure washer versus a foam cannon, or a soapy cannon as we call it, that connects to a garden hose. So I'm going to just connect this one up and show you the difference between the two so you can see for yourself. Not always possible to use a pressure washer, we get that, but this is just an example of why this one is preferred method if possible. So I'm just going to apply this one to one panel and disconnect that. Connect this one onto a garden hose. Now you can get more pressure or less pressure in a garden hose, I get that, but overall this is basically the effect you get. So you can see that was applied first with the foam cannon. It's still sitting on the surface really nicely and was applied first. This we've only just applied, but it's nearly all run off the window and nearly run off the panel, and it's only been like 30 seconds or something. So as a result, when that's sitting on the surface like that, it's going to do a lot of the washing for you. It's not doing anything for you once it's on the floor. Not quite as good as a good old pressure washer foam cannon. Not only are we doing less work with the foam cannon, but we're using significantly less product. So the next step is final reflection. We've let the vehicle partially dry, so you can still see there's a little bit of water on there, no problems at all. This stuff is great for anything from glass to your paintwork, and also great on polished metals, so like your tanks and bull bars and things like that on a truck. Comes up absolutely mint. So little is more with this, just to spray a tiny bit like that, that's it, and just rub it completely dry. You see that window is now perfectly clean with no smear marks at all. Same with each panel. As I said, you don't need much. So this is going to get rid of any last little bit of dust or residue on the car. We've got rid of the grit with the purple power. This is just getting rid of the last bit of dust and giving it a really nice waxy, shiny finish. That's going to really look after your paintwork. So the last step is good old tyre shine. Now this tyre is a little bit wet. I'd suggest using an old rag. I don't have one, but I've got a microfibre, so I'm just going to dry it down with that. And then just apply the tyre shine directly on this, just in nice sweeping motions. Give it a nice finish. Once finished with that, it is worthwhile once again using a rag or a microfibre cloth just to wipe any residue that's from the tyre shine that's gone onto the rim, and just wipe that off there. Pro Shine is known to be quite non-flick, so it really minimises how much flicks up the side of your car, and it'll just keep the tyre looking really nice like that for a number of weeks. So there you've got it, the contents of our new foam cannon kit. This represents great value with everything you need here to wash the external of your vehicle in one simple bucket kit.